Start. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Lesson 4. Walk around the house. In this lesson, we're going to make a little house to walk around. So before you get started, you should have 4 scenes of a house you could walk around in as if you would a point and click game. You may want to pause the video once you see my images, and then you can make your own. So here I am loading up my first scene. You know how to do this. Just click the background, add the scene, then click the background image, and make sure you put them in the right project directory and graphics. So here I go, add room 1. That's what I named it. I even put a number up there so we know it's room 1. And then I named the scene. I don't know if you have to do that yet. It can't hurt. I'm going to add all the rooms first, and then for each one of these rooms we're going to add an object, and it's going to be just like the last lesson where we do a region to click on. So instead of click on a region to close the game, we're going to instead go to a new scene, and you have to line up the map in your head before you do it. You don't want to make them all do the escape problem, because otherwise you'll just be closing the game instead of walking around the house. That wouldn't be much fun of a game. It'll just annoy people. So here we go. I got room 4. That's like a little bathroom. I'm not much of an artist yet, but I'm getting there. So now I got all my rooms. So now I'm going to add, I'm just going to run it just to see if it runs, and it should. And I'm going to save it too. Save often. Well, I guess I'm not going to run it. I'm still in scene. Oh, I'm going to make, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I can't decide. Alright, so I do run it. Alright, it still works. I'm going to make the spacebar an object, and that way this is like my title screen, and then when the player clicks the spacebar, it's going to bring them to the room I want them to go in. So you can see that spacebar. That's what you're going to click on. I probably should have put click here to start the game, but I like space bars. So now I named it. So now I got to click on the region area that's already highlighted. See how I made the outline? So that's the click area. And now we have to add the action. So the action is going to be, if you left click, then the command, we're going to add a new entry. It's going to change the scene, and we're going to click change scene. But it says change scene, switch to scene, and it's empty. Now this is the tricky part. I left this in here as learning, so I can't get it to work. And we're going to find out why. You think you could just say, hey, change the scene to room 1. But nope, there's more to it. Change scene, scene, change scene. Can you figure it out yet? If you want you can pause the video and see if you can figure out why it's not working. Nope. And so I'm gonna try to create it again. Maybe I screwed it up. Change scene empty. The empty is not good. It has to be populated. So now I'm gonna go to room 1. So what the trick is, every room needs an object. It can't just go to a background with nothing on it. So now I'm creating a south exit object, and so if the player clicks on that bottom part, it's going to be as if you went backwards. So I call it south exit. So like the top of your computer is north, and then the bottom of the image is south, and then right of the image is east, and left of the image is west. So now we're going to do, okay, if you left click, we're going to change the scene, and we're going to click scene, not character, change scene. Now we're going to click and say, I want room, and I want south. I got to click that south exit. It's not going to work. No, there we go. Now save and run. Now you can click spacebar. Alright, looks like I didn't put that code in there like I wanted to. So if you left click the spacebar, we're going to change the scene. Change the scene. You gotta click that link button. Now we get our choices. Room 1, south, exit. Now let's run it. You're going to be amazed. Click it. Oh. Now when you do your pictures, you should probably make them the same size as the start, as the whole rest of the game. Mine are smaller because I screwed up. So now we're going to do for each room. I know what you're thinking. Hey, Snarf Max, why? Why can't you just go to a background? Because in theory, you have a character that walks around the game, and that character needs a destination. But we don't have a character, so it's like the Invisible Man, and the Invisible Man is you playing the game. So you still got to tell the program, hey, go to room 2, but I need you to go to this object to start with. But because this is first person, it doesn't matter. So now we're going to do all the exits for the rest of the game, and then we're going to walk through it. So I got the north exit and the south exit, because room 2 has 2 exits. But actually that exit's not, actually this room actually has 3 exits. But actually if we go east, we're going to go to the bathroom. If we go north, we're going to a big room. If we go south, if I feel like putting it in there, we're going to go back to room 1. Now it's just pretty straightforward. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking I should put the exits in first before trying to make the whole map. So room 3 has a north exit. I don't have the room, I don't think, for that. I might be wasting my time here. There we go. So I gotta do the border that you click on. I mean, at this point the lesson's pretty much over. You can make your own little map maze right now. So what I would recommend, make the easiest game, well, second easiest game possible, because I already did my first video of the easiest game ever. But make the second easiest game possible and just walk around the house. And the next lesson, we'll do find an object and the game ends. And it'll be really, really easy. But it's a great little lesson. So So here I got the north exit, the south exit, and the east exit. And there I go, I'm outlining it. Here's room 4. Room 4 only has one exit. So this is pretty easy. So west exit. You could remember which way west and east are by the word we, because it makes a word. I guess east and west. Oh, there's an Amazon. That looks like my Amazon account was locked. Did you see that? Oh, snakies. And no Christmas for anybody now. I hope I can unlock it. Okay. Now let's link all this stuff together. It's kind of fun. I would say crank some music and just make your map. The more planning you do ahead of time of your game, the more chance of success you'll have with your game. I think for future lessons, we'll do stuff like, hey, if you click on the door and it opens, it stays open. Maybe. If it's easy, if it's a waste of time, I'm not going to do it. Change scene. Room 4. The clicking is gotta get a little used to it. I create objects quicker than I wanted, but it happens. So, my house is not finished. There is no pink room. It's just there as a placeholder. I got a little carried away drawing the rooms. It was so much fun. Just wait till you see this thing run. You'll be flabbergasted. And when you make your own, it's a good feeling because you made your own. Alright. South, north. I'm making this a lot more harder than it has to be, but it's just like playing an instrument. The more you do it, the quicker and easier and better you'll be at it. Don't try to be perfect. Like I created another object by accident. I always doing that. Holy even I'm freaking bored. Come on. Now we're going to save and run it. Here we go. Hit the space bar. Room 1. Let's go backward. Oh, room 2. Room 4. We're the toilet. Or the bathroom. Click that door. Oh, I forgot to do that door. So left click. Well, I got to have the object there, the west exit. Where is it? There's no, see, there was no object. Now we got to add left click on it. Change scene. Scene. And where are we going to go? Going to go back to room 2. You don't have to. You can go to a totally different room and it'll be like a crazy maze. But people might find it confusing and then turn your game off. It's got to make sense. Alright, here we go. Space bar. Back in the bathroom. Now we're leaving. Now we're going up here. Oh, I don't want to be here. I don't have rooms for these pink or blue ones. You can even have the room go back to itself, which is interesting. You know what? That's it. So, see you for next lesson.